Thank you. Once again, can I make an appeal for brevity? Drew Smith, to be followed by Jackson Carlow.
Thank you, Presiding Officer. I begin also by both congratulating and thanking Kenneth Gibson for bringing this debate forward. A few years ago, I had the chance to be a bone marrow donor. However, that experience is not what I want to talk about today. Rather, I simply want to use that to put what I say in this context. By making a blood donation, a marrow donation, or perhaps a living kidney donation, we are giving a gift, but we're also benefiting from a unique and rewarding opportunity. It is a gift which is in our own gift. An organ donation after death should be no different. But Kenny Gibson was right to say that under the current system we have no guarantee that the decisions taken in life will be respected in death. We know that 90% of Scots support organ donation, and that less than half of us carry the donor card. Yet only a tiny percentage of us, as Dennis Robertson reminded us, will die in circumstances where organ donation might be possible. At present, the gift is not our own, but rather might be for our relatives to make for us. Despite progress in improving our system, the fundamental problem with our register and the way we ask people to make this difficult choice remains. I believe that a change from opt-in to, as Kenny Gibson described, soft opt-out would help to support families unsure of what they should do. And we know that many families who say no go on to regret the choice that they have made for their loved ones. It would mean that those who wish to donate could have greater confidence that our wishes would be respected, and we know because the evidence tells us that it would increase the number of donations. This simple change, Presiding Officer, would save lives. The change is simple, and there is evidence that 70% of us already support such a move, even although we haven't yet had the detailed debate which might reassure many of those who continue to have concerns. This is not a change which I instinctively supported, but is one which I came to understand as others helped to bust the myths of so-called presumed consent. Whether a register is opt-in or opt-out, the fundamental choice remains the same. The choice to give remains something that we should celebrate, not take for granted. So, faced as lawmakers with 650 people on organ waiting lists, it is our responsibility not to remove the choice, but to make the choice as easy as possible. More than 40 of us have signed this motion, and I always make an effort to sign as many of Mr Gibson's many motions as I can. Almost 60 of us signed a previous motion recognising the Evening Times campaign on this subject, which in itself is supported by 10,000 readers of that paper. With the support of the government, Presiding Officer, we could make this change. We could save lives. I've said that this is a simple change, but I recognise that reassurance would be required. As Patricia Ferguson and others said, safeguards would be complex, new procedures would need to be detailed, and a significant public information campaign, Kenny Gibson was quite right to say, would be essential before we could get to the stage of a new register being made use of. Even if we all agreed today to do this, change would be years off, and in the meantime, more people will still die. For that reason, I consider the debate is both timely and urgent. The new Cabinet Secretary has previously indicated his personal support for opt-out, so today I would hope that the Minister might, in summing up, indicate whether the Scottish Government will bring forward a bill to achieve the change that we are seeking. If they are not minded to legislate, Presiding Officer, then I can indicate that I have had an initial discussion with the Non-Government Bills Unit and with the BMA, and I am considering lodging a proposal modelled on the bill which Labour has introduced in the Welsh Assembly as an alternative way forward. At the Health Committee this week, the Cabinet Secretary said he often looked to the opposition for ideas, but it's just that he didn't very often see any that he liked. I hope, well, in truth, this is not a party political matter, Presiding Officer, and I think speeches around the Chamber have demonstrated in that. But I would ask that the Government agrees to meet me, perhaps Mr Gibson and any other member who would like to be involved in making this change happen. It is, Presiding Officer, a change which would save lives, and it is a change which is in our gift.
Thank you. I now call Jackson.